Nothing pinned, just how we like it at After Dark.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Giggity.
Yeah.
I'm on the bottom.
Okay.
In the
All right,
template,
I'm ready now.
I'm on the bottom because LeRon's hosting.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making a sex joke.
I was
there.
like, what, your bottom
Yeah.
and on top?
So who's on top?
I was like, ooh.
Oh, so LeRon's on top. Got it.
Talking about. Okay.
He's on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Giggity. Giggity goo.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta start the dominance somehow.
It's like this chocolate covered Oreo. It's covered in white, but on the inside, it's chocolatey goodness.
Just like LeRon will be later on. And we just killed Stephanie.
Hello, everyone. This is Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast show for Boss Rush Network. I am LeRon Dawkins, and we have a big crew of us tonight for this episode, so you might want to buckle up. Stephanie Klimov, our wonderful lady boss of the Boss Rush writing team, is here tonight. What's up, girl?
Not much. Welcome to the shit show.
Fuck yes, I like it. I love it. How's it going tonight?
It's going. I'm glad I'm here. Love seeing you guys.
We love seeing you too. All right, that man we call Corey Deering is back, and he's at it again with us. I don't know how you swing it, man. What's up, man? What's up, Corey?
What am I swinging? I'm on the bottom. As established in the pre-show jokes.
It's just along for the ride.
Yeah. Well.
Depending on what's going on when you're on the bottom, like something could be swinging. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say.
You know. I got nothing. I'm here. I'm ready to make dirty jokes and talk about fun things that aren't.
Wait. I'm curious. Like Ed never throws the gay jokes at you.
No. Ed knows better.
You know, it reminds me of the time in college, or not high school. I don't know, college. Back when AOL instant messaging existed, and my friend, who's a dude, sent a link, and he said it was for the wrong person, and it was meatspin.com. And I'm like, what's that? I saw something I could never unsee.
You're in trouble.
And I'm like, is there something you want to tell me? He goes, oh, sorry, wrong person. I'm like, okay, well, I'm a little mesmerized right now.
Yeah. I do have a funny story about a gay club, but we can talk about it later. Because there's other people here.
Yeah. So joining us tonight is somebody whom you might recognize from the EXPCast. The one and only Pat Klein is here with us tonight. What's up, Pat?
Well, I can tell you what's getting up there later on.
Ooh.
Oh, God. What's happening? Definitely a much different tone than last week's episode. I'm going to just throw that out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. But before I forget, we have a fifth chair with us tonight. You know, hey, like, this is a first for After Dark. We got... Like, wait, we're into like the orgy territory now, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this does kind of look like those, you know, Stephanie's the only woman here, and there's like, you know, the memes of the guys just standing around her. You know what I mean? It just kind of.
Oh, you mean that great punk band, the Circle Jerks? They're a great band.
If you guys didn't recognize that voice, is our very own wise Wisconsinite from Arsenal X.
Everyone.
Arsenal Triple X tonight.
Yeah. Arsenal X.
Jesse Douglas, what's up?
Your achievement will be unlocked.
Yeah. Not too much.
Yeah, you're married. Probably not as often anymore.
Look, I warned you guys about saying stuff like that when I'm either eating something or drinking something. I'm just gonna ruin a monitor one of these nights.
LeRon, you should be used to choking by now.
Nah, like the gag reflex is basically dead now. So
Good for you.
Strong. I like it.
I said basically. It's still there. It reminds me every once in a while it's still kicking. Are you guys ready to do this?
I mean, I feel like we're already done.
Just like a great sex. We're done, ready? Good night.
I'm just saying, if you're efficient.
Well, before we
7 minutes is all you need, right? I mean, am I right? No.
Hey, not everyone needs to. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
I was waiting for it.
Everyone needs to finish.
Whoa.
Hey, what's the saying? I'm satisfied if you're satisfied.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Sometimes it's actually not fun if it's like a 40-minute round or something. It's like, dude, let's. All right.
Oh,
there's a time and there's a time
version.
Look, there's a time and place for that. There's a time and place for that, but sometimes sometimes there's a time and place for a quickie in the bathroom at the club, right? I mean,
yeah.
No?
Ew, that's gross.
It was kind of gross, but also a story for another.
You know what? Here's one thing I would say. Like, the reason why women are on this planet is definitely to keep us men in check, because like we will have sex anywhere and we won't care.
Look,
we will.
I know we're in an era of like women empowerment and everything, but secretly women have ruled the world since the beginning of time. Let's be honest.
Right?
You know what?
Right?
I have to bounce off LeRon's what he just said. What is the weirdest place you guys done it?
Oh God, do I have to answer that question?
Yes. I will answer this question too. In fact, I will start us off.
Great.
I did it in the parking lot of my elementary school.
Ooh.
Wait. As a teenager,
as an adult, I went back to my elementary school with the girl.
Please tell me this girl wasn't in elementary school.
No, this girl was not in elementary school.
Great.
Yeah. Now I gotta check and see if he's on a sex offender registry, because that's how it starts.
You were in elementary school's parking lot.
But we were in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And we almost got caught by a guy who was walking his dog for some reason in the elementary school parking lot.
I was like, who's creeping on who?
Yeah.
Oh God, I feel like
it wasn't that you were gonna get caught. It wasn't that you were going to get caught. It was just that you were going to have an unexpected audience. That's all that was.
Yeah.
What do you smell, Sparky?
Oh, he probably smells something. All right.
Man. Okay. I guess I'll go next. So, I have to. I hope nobody I used to work with listens to this show.
He worked at auto dealerships, so this is about to be good.
No, nothing there. Nothing there. The restaurant is what I'm talking about.
Oh no, please do not tell me you did it in the walk-in.
Okay, I won't tell you that. I
that's hold on, because I did it too in the Navy. In the walk-in.
So a trampoline was.
What is this? The guy show?
No.
The man show, yeah.
Yeah, the man show. That's what I meant.
So
we need old school Jimmy Kimmel.
No, so
the man show.
God, the man show. God. So yeah, trampoline, nightclub bathroom. And I don't know if this is weird, but it's definitely dirty. A strip club.
Ooh.
So
look at cool Rico Suave over there doing all these.
Someone
fancies.
got
to be
a little
fair,
more than a lap dance.
I don't think that's dirty. I think that's an achievement.
To be fair, all this was with the same person except for one of them. So.
So wait. One of your coworkers at the restaurant was a stripper too?
No. So
it wasn't a coworker.
No.
Wait, you didn't have sex with the stripper. You had sex with the coworker at the strip club.
Oh God, this is getting all kinds of.
You know,
are we talking like in a back room, or was this like out in the open?
This wasn't.
Hold on.
No, this wasn't.
Were
in
you
the
part
open.
of the show?
Oh wait. Hold on, Stephanie.
No.
Corey is the right person for this show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
every episode, Corey has brought
Yeah.
I originally wasn't even going to be on this show. That was like the plan. I was going to be on the first
He's so
episode.
modest.
And then so okay, back to the question. So me and a girl I used to date, our thing was like, how many bathrooms can we do it in before we get caught? That was like our thing.
Nice.
And like we
Man.
so what? Oh, also a gay club, but I'll get to that story later. Which actually ties into the weird story I mentioned at the top of the show.
You
Straight sex in a gay club.
You ballsy as fuck.
So
Man,
our friend's girlfriend was a stripper at this one strip club, so we decided to go and hang out, and like we were drinking a little bit and we were very handsy, me and this girl, and like we decided to go into the women's bathroom since it was mostly dudes and we knew the women's bathroom was going to be empty, and that's, washed our hands of it, as it were. So, also, by the way, nightclub bathroom, when you're in there doing it and someone's throwing up in the stall next to you, not sexy. Not sexy.
Oh, I bet.
that would have killed me right there.
Yeah. It almost did, but I persevered. So.
Finger snaps.
Man, like
Corey,
you've been on some adventures.
Dude, my early to mid 20s, that my whole life was an adventure, and then it,
Man, I miss those days, like when you feel like nothing could fuck with you, so
dude,
you fuck everything.
There was a point in my life where I thought we were all invincible and we could do whatever we wanted. We could stay up late, we could get up early, we could drink, we could go do stuff, and just nothing would happen, right? And
I swear, the moment your 30th birthday comes around, I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Well, then, so this is a prequel to last week's episode. If you want to find out how uninvincible people are, you should listen to last week's episode. But
yeah,
it was a good time. That was a good time, and it was fun. It was sneaky, and it was
mad respect.
right? Yeah.
So the trampoline one was like a little weird because it's when I lost my virginity and I had no idea what was happening until it was over. And I was in like,
I have questions. Was there bouncing on the trampoline while the activity was happening, or was it just like, hey, we need something so we can lay down vertical, and this is it?
Here's what happened. This girl, she was like, her mom said we weren't allowed in her house while she was gone. She was going to go run some errands. So I was like, okay, well, won't go in the house. I wasn't like, I don't know. It was like the summer before like 10th grade or something. And like, I rode my stupid little BMX bike down to this girl's house like every day the whole summer. At the end of the summer, her mom said, don't go in the house. It's just a rule. No boys in the house. Right. I'm like, okay, whatever. Fine. We were laying there on the trampoline, and she started.
Hang on, pause for a second. Stephanie is in the middle of raising a boy right now, and we're giving her all of our sleazy sex stories. So she's going, and Stephanie's part Asian, so like I can just feel the tiger mom getting ready to come out.
This is
Crouching
all
tiger,
very
hidden mama.
Information. So now I know. I'm like, see, no matter what rules you set, they'll find a way around.
There's loopholes.
There's
other holes too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
my poor son.
That's a terrible story too. About anyway.
Right,
I'm going to continue with this.
No,
I'm going to continue on this story. So, she was like the first real girl I ever dated, right? We had gone to a couple movies and neither of us could drive, so like it was kind of like we're at that awkward age where like our parents were still driving us on dates and stuff, and you're like, yeah, see you later. And we did the whole like, the way you make fun of sixth graders dancing with their hands like straight out and like whatever. It's stupid. But then like when we were alone, like we were laying on a trampoline. It was like really hot outside. First of all, I was like sweating, and I was in 10th grade, so you're going through those.
Y'all were in the middle of broad daylight.
Yeah, it was like the middle of the afternoon. Her house was an L-shaped, and the trampoline was like in the yard where like nobody could see on either side. It was fine. We had it covered, LeRon. Okay, it was either the trampoline or her brother's race car bed that was outside because it was gross. Okay.
Ew.
Yeah. So we started.
I had no idea Corey was this ballsy.
Look, we were making out, and she rolls on top of me, and she had on those little like skanky cheerleader shorts where like you just moved them over, nothing on underneath them. I was like, "What is going on?" She unzipped my pants, and it happened, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
I feel like every teenager, if you lost your virginity before the 11th grade, I feel like every teenage boy is like losing virginity stories usually into what the fuck just happened.
Mm-hmm. and if you say if you didn't say that, you're lying.
You're a fucking liar. You're a liar. You're a fucking liar because I sure as fuck did not know what happened to me.
Dude,
like, I'd seen porn before, but I still didn't make the correlation.
I think the first 3 times I said, "What the fuck just happened?"
Okay, at that point by that point you've probably just been raped or something.
I mean,
come on, the 4th time around you knew what was happening.
I mean, yeah, I said the first 3 times. The 4th time I had enough practice and enough.
First 3 times.
I knew.
That's what I meant.
Okay, I knew now. Okay, cool, neat. That was fun. Yeah. So why am I the only one talking? Why am I the only one ever talking on the show?
Because
you had
some very interesting stories that we needed to hear.
I really wish I had a Yeti, one of my Yeti cups right now, because I'm like, dude, you had the piping hot tea just now. Jesus Christ, what did you expect?
Yeah.
Come on, we're on the adult version show of Boss Rush, and you don't think we're gonna be like, tell me more, Seymour? Come on. I mean,
I could tell you more, but I want somebody else to go.
Let somebody else have a turn. As a matter of fact, before Stephanie hears the rest of our sleazy boys trying to get it on stories, Stephanie, what's your claim to fame?
No, don't get me wrong. There's sleazy things and funny stories I have, but it just does not fall in the realm of places. Like, as far as places to get it on, boring. The most crazy place I had sex in was in a parking lot, in a Target parking lot, when it was all closed down anyway for the night. So
not in Target.
No, I'm just, maybe it is a woman thing. Like, I just need to be in a place that's comfortable and clean. I don't know.
I'm telling you, women, when women aren't indulging us males, women are like, no, we're gonna keep this shit together. We'll get it done, but we're keeping this shit together. I don't know.
Like,
you obviously haven't dated any women in Ohio.
I was gonna say, like, apparently the women in Ohio are freaky deaky, but like I said, if you want interesting stories from me, it's not the places I've been. So that is literally it. We can move on. Who's next?
So it's the things that you did.
Maybe.
Okay, so, all right, so I guess Pat, the question is, do you want to be invited back when we get to that side of After Dark?
Well,
so, do you want me to go?
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah, go.
All right. So for me, I used to work third shift at the YMCA.
Oh God.
And
every
Sundays.
Every dude has had
Sundays,
sex at the YMCA.
And Sundays, I was the only person
policeman,
working.
Indian, a construction.
No, there was not.
YMCA.
But
would make
Sundays,
the story. Yeah.
Sundays, I was the only person there. So me and my current wife had free reign of the entire building. We could go wherever we wanted to go.
Did your YMCA have a pool?
And you went everywhere.
In the whirlpool, in the pool,
we went to the cleanest place where, weightlifting areas.
The racquetball court?
Yeah. Their racquetball courts were not clean.
Imagine getting hit in the ass with a racquetball while you were oh my God.
It sucks in a game.
Oh God.
Watch out for the balls.
Yeah.
No, those balls.
Oh man.
That's pretty much the craziest. I mean,
All right, LeRon.
All right. Well, I think my craziest one was actually at a concert at a concert at a gay club in the middle of the dance floor.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say as long as it's not the bathroom, because
it wasn't the
bathroom. They're the worst.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the bathroom. All right. So I don't remember the year, but I mean, anyone that knows me knows I'm like big in EDM and stuff like that. So I used to like follow like all sorts of DJs. Like any DJ that was in heavy rotation, I was I would catch a show or whatever. So in Norfolk, DJ Irene came to town, and she this was a This is shit. I can't remember what time of the year it was. I want to say it was very close to Christmas though. So like DJ Irene comes, like we find out she's coming to town and everything, and everybody's buying tickets. Like me, my roommates, like all of our friends and stuff. So we're out there, and DJ Irene, she just blew it out the park. But so you remember the very first Blade movie?
Yes.
The song in the club before all the blood comes down. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
great scene.
That song started playing, and honestly, it basically turned into like a freaking like viper pit, like and and here's the crazy part, like I wasn't even. I had a couple of drinks in me, but it wasn't like I was doing drugs. It wasn't like I was rolling X or Molly or whatever and stuff like that. Hey, like I'm just having a good time, all this stuff, and then this girl starts dancing with me, at a gay club, because women go to gay clubs, to feel safe,
mm-hmm.
So she starts dancing with me, and then next thing I know, like, she calls one of her friends over, and this is a dude. He starts dancing with me, and I'm like, okay, whatever, like, it's cool and everything. Next thing you know, my belt gets undone, and zipper comes down, and then, what's that term? Rock out with your cock out?
That's the thing at gay clubs. Nobody cares what's hanging out. You know what I mean? Like nobody cares.
Yeah. So here I am, like both this random girl and this random guy. Just like. And I'll never forget it, like because I knew I was bisexual by this point and everything, right? Yeah. So when they kind of switch off, like she comes up and she's like, you're not gonna freak out, are you? I was like, no. I was like, as a matter of fact, I was wondering when all this was going to happen.
Way to play cool, LeRon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the craziest one, but I mean, like, I think about it now. It's funny because like the dance floor was so packed. I'm trying to figure out like how all that happened.
Yeah, that was there's so we went to a gay club around here. It's called the Interval. It's pretty popular around here, but at the time I didn't know it was a gay club, and like my gay friend that I worked with, Adam, in his
Wait, they stealthed you to a gay club?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. It was
your friends are so wrong.
No, it was my gay friend Adam, the girl I was with at the time, her sister, and like our group of girl friends. We used to go dancing like 3 or 4 nights a week, and like they were like, we want to go here because we won't get hit on, and we just want to have a good time, and we just want to drink, and you know, if you want to drink, you'll probably get free drinks because you're a straight guy, and you're gonna go. I'm like, okay, well, I'll go, whatever.
And you can get the nice fruity ones without feeling weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
So yeah.
Question. You found out real quick that gay clubs is where you get fucked up on drinks, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, I found out real quick.
They pour those motherfuckers strong.
Yeah, it's like yeah. It was like one of the few times I wasn't the one driving home. So we went and like when we walked in, I was like, this music's great. It's awesome. And then I found out like they were like, you know, this is a gay club, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. They're like, it's a gay club. I'm like, okay, cool. And like similar to LeRon, I was dancing. Well, not exactly like that, but you know, I was dancing with the girl I was with, and like LeRon, I felt my belt kind of come undone, and things start happening, and I lifted her up, and her legs went around my waist, and we were dancing and doing things, and then about halfway through, my my gay friend slapped me on the ass. He's like, good job. I'm like, oh God, this is all I can think about. I powered through. It was fine.
I feel like I've been chipped of so many fun experiences in my 20s. What the heck?
It's because of your upbringing. Come on, we've heard past few episodes how you were raised and stuff like that. So you know, yeah. Like I'm surprised you didn't have any acting out in college or nothing.
My acting out in college is pretty mild compared to how other people acted out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that can be for another episode for another day.
I mean, I wouldn't really say this was like acting out. I was just like, I think I was just like young love type chasing this, you know, this girl, and we were like chasing each other, and like that was part of the fun. I think was like, you know, she was part like half black, and like we knew like my parents weren't okay with it. Her parents weren't really okay with it, even though they were a mixed couple, and like.
Oh, look at this Romeo and Juliet situation here.
That was us acting out, was like spending as much time together without them knowing, you know, and that was fun for us, you know, and
Hey Corey, what type of bad boy were you? Like if people didn't want you dating their daughters. Like...
Hey, I dated this one girl, and 3 times her dad was cleaning guns in front of me, so I mean,
be like, hey Dad, I'm going to be cleaning my gun later tonight.
I got that special cleaner.
Yep. It's good, polish it nice and good.
But
make it shine.
All right, so okay, we went around the room, didn't we?
No, Pat still got to go.
No,
Pat started.
Oh no, Pat started. I lied.
Pat started. I was like, man.
There's no more though, Pat. There's got to be more. There's got to be at least one more. Come on.
Man, this rabbit hole is just trying to stay deep.
I mean, I fooled around in a movie theater.
Oh,
but that wasn't full-blown sex.
Yeah, we've done. We're all guys. We've done that before.
Yeah, so that's you know.
Funny enough,
you didn't do the hole in the popcorn bucket trick, did you?
No.
No, like in my case, it wasn't It wasn't even my idea. It just
started
started happening.
The way Jesse was like, in my case, I was like, oh God, he did the hole in the popcorn bucket trick.
No. And so this was the best part is the movie we were seeing was Pearl Harbor. And her dad was so mad that we even went to go see that because so her mom was Thai and her dad was Japanese. And so like he was like all like, why did you even go see that movie? They're just trying to bring up, like put salt in the wounds or something like that. And we're like, it's just a stupid love movie. It's not even really. Pearl Harbor is the setting, basically. But yeah, like so, like she wanted to sit in the in the back area, and I just totally wasn't even thinking about it. And then that she just started going at it, and I'm like, oh,
just like
doing
that.
This. We're doing this. But yeah.
Well, that was a great topic. That wasn't our topic tonight.
No, that was a good topic. I liked it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Pat, you're gonna fit in just fine here.
Thank you.
Man, good times. Reminiscing about early 20s. Good times.
Oh yeah.
And the stupid shit we used to do.
Imagine if we all knew each other
or
back
may
then.
Still do. No.
Well, just in case you guys didn't know, this is Boss Rush After Dark, the news show from the Boss Rush Network, where each and every week we get together here with our friends to discuss and debate topics aimed more towards our adult audience. It all ranges from dating to life tragedies to relationships and travel. Just a typical day when friends get around and talk about life. How that MTV show say when shit gets real, something like that. You can get the show early on Patreon, which is patreon.com/BossRushNetwork every Saturday, or on YouTube, podcast services, or our website 2 weeks later for free. So just remember, if you are a patron, we thank you. Like you're awesome, and you always get the perks first. When you have a chance, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes and subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't already, please go and subscribe. Please go give us the comments. Please give us the likes. Please follow Patreon. Do that. And just remember, you can find all of our content on bossrush.net. All right, so now housekeeping's out the way. Now what are we going to do with ourselves?
Be old and boring.
That's right.
I know. I feel like with the topic we just had, it's like, why do we even want to talk about New Year's resolutions?
The problem is now that we're all more mature adults and everything, like everything just feels like a risk now. Everything just feels like a risk now.
Yeah.
Like I just got through moving and my God, and my back is killing me. My knees are like, hey, you go down these stairs one more time, you might fall. Like everything's stiff. Like and here we are.
Everything's stiff.
I know.
I need to buy you like a life alert necklace, LeRon.
It feels like it's getting that way.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
No, it's funny though, because I just listened and actually shared like a lot of these stories and stuff, and I'm still like, man, like one wrong move and we all could have been sex offenders. Every single one of us that shared a story tonight. Like
I have a story about that. I have a story, by the way, if you want to hear it.
You are not a registered sex offender.
I'm not.
Shut up.
I'm not.
Okay.
But just I have.
Could have been.
Okay, so when I was working at the restaurant, okay, I was there was this girl who kind of liked me, and like, I was 22 maybe at the time, and like I was like, okay, yeah. She was like, do you want to hang out one night? I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, like, whatever. And I was like, because I knew she was like around high school or like had just graduated. I was like,
I see where this is going.
I was like, you're over 18, right? She's like, She's like, yeah, I'm 20. I'm like, okay, good, right? Her mom was our manager, and the one time in my entire life I decide to ask permission from a parent.
Oh,
such a gentleman.
I know.
No, the only reason why I did it is because we all worked together, and I didn't want it to be weird if something happened or if something like progressed or didn't happen. You know what I mean? I just didn't want something weird to happen.
Yeah.
I wanted like an adult to know about it. And I was like, hey, so I know, like, I don't really have to ask you this, but I'm going to because I feel like it would be awkward if I didn't and you found out a different way. But do you think it's all right if, you know, me and your daughter go out? She's like, well, how old are you? I'm like 22, 23. Like, I don't remember how old I was, but she's like, you realize she's 16, right?
oh.
I'm like, oh, I thought she was like 20. I was like, so
hey, you got touched by an angel there, buddy.
Yeah.
I dodged a bullet.
Seriously.
No, I didn't get touched by anyone, LeRon. Okay. But yeah, that was that story. That was fun.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude.
So, how did the conversation go with the girl after?
I was like, you told me you were 20. She's like, yeah, but you were hot. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's not a reason to lie to someone.
Yeah.
As I give her advice that I would not follow myself at that time in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was rough. That was awkward. So
I've always usually dated people or women that were older than me.
Yeah.
Not by much, but by a year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead. I was just about to say I've never skirted the line that heavily. Well, actually, Corey didn't intentionally skirt the line. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Hey, I asked. Okay.
Yeah.
I did my part.
Yes, you did.
Thankfully,
Yes,
you did ask.
Yeah, seriously.
Ask the mom anyway.
Yeah.
No. Corey just knew. He felt that disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
But she like, it was like one of those situations where you're unsure because like it could go either way. She could be like 12 or she could be 25. You know, I mean, it's just like I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So.
Which side tangent, like I've seen these memes everywhere, maybe because I think it's funny because I'm a girl. There's like two pictures, right? Picture left is like me when I was 14 and a kid in the 90s, like with imagine a girl in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then 14-year-olds today. And it made me feel very weird. I'm like, oh my gosh, they look like adult whores.
I know.
Yeah.
Because they're like the 90s, you had like these big baggy sweatshirts and like the jeans that are aren't like form fitting or anything, and like these ratty tennis shoes and like hair's pulled back into a ponytail or like a hat on or whatever. And then like you said, you see 14-year-olds today on both sides. You're just like, God, why are these kids adults?
I don't like.
Yeah.
That is dangerous, but.
Yeah, our parents had it right. Dress us to be unappealing when we're not old enough.
But I think a lot of that.
I love 90s fashion. Bring me back the flannels any day.
I think a lot of that has to do with.
I used to look like such a fucking dork back in like middle school and high school.
Nerd.
Yeah, it's true. I was.
Hey.
I was an honor roll student, of course.
Stuff like the fanny pack has come back, so you never know.
Okay, I never sported a fanny pack. I never did that. I knew there was something suspect about that.
Yeah.
Well, no. The ironic thing about that is you're probably the only person on this show right now that could sport one. It seems to be like people like The Rock and stuff will wear
the big muscular guys getting away with it.
Guys
it's like,
wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay. Don't get it twisted. Dwayne Johnson was a fucking nerd. He still is a fucking nerd. Actually, it doesn't matter how many muscles that dude has and how charismatic he is. Like you just look at that dude like nerd.
Yeah, I remember when he first started wrestling, he had like really major acne and like just looked like it just looked like a roided out teenager.
Yeah. Man, good times. Good times.
Well, I should ask.
You should always ask.
Fire? Consent is sexy, by the way. Consent is very sexy, by the way. Don't let anybody. We talked about Brock Turner's dumbass a couple of weeks ago. You know, the fact that that dude just was off the rails and thought he could just do whatever he wanted and stuff like that. Consent is sexy, y'all.
Remember
that still pisses me off.
Boys and
I'm
girls.
not even part of that conversation. Sorry.
No means no. Maybe means no. No answer is no. Only yes is yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if someone's really wasted, they are not. Even if they say yes, they're not giving consent.
A wasted yes
may
means
not
no.
necessarily be a good yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, what I wanted to ask is, do we just want to rapid fire real quick? Because we mentioned earlier that we were going to be talking about our resolutions for this year. Do we just want to rapid fire real quick, through them?
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about whatever.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to make it, a nice compact show. Get everything in there.
Well, LeRon, I can make it a good segue because now that we talked about having sex in weird places, I'm going to make it a New Year's resolution to have sex in an unconventional place this year.
There you go.
And I'll report back. Look at LeRon's face. Can we take a screenshot?
Are we gonna have like a monthly check-in with Stephanie to see if she held on to her resolution?
Yeah, I feel like my accountability group.
Oh, hold on. I don't know if I'm cool with like encouraging Stephanie to be a hoe. I don't know.
Not being a hoe.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry. Just engaging in at-risk behavior. I don't know.
Use protection. Be safe.
No, it would not be with a random person. It would not. I don't roll like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like the new squeeze you've got going on. Hopefully this is the third date. You had a third date just recently, didn't you?
Ooh.
Oh, I broke it off with that one.
God damn it! What'd he do?
He was the gamer. Do I really want to say it? Do I really want to say it?
No, don't say it because he probably listens to our show and you don't.
Because it would break his fragile little ego. I can tell you offline.
I do want to hear it now.
I know. Now I want to hear it.
So Stephanie's resolution is to get it on an unconventional place.
So wait, what's the ideal weird place?
I don't think I have an ideal one. It's just to hey, if you guys have suggestions, that's fine. But I don't know. This is very.
You work in a pharmacy, so do not do it at your job because there's cameras.
No,
Even if they say there's not cameras, there are cameras.
I work from home now.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's not.
No, that would be very weird for her now.
That's not fun.
And there's no cameras there, I don't think.
I would hope not.
Unless you set one up to watch study tape and stuff like that.
There you go. Make a sex tape.
Oh man.
I mean, we only talk about OnlyFans like at least 3 times a show.
Side tangent. Anybody ever film themselves fucking someone?
No.
I can't say I have. Nope.
Is it awkward?
Can we?
And it was with consent. It wasn't one of those. It wasn't one of those sneak ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't mean like in a weird way. I meant like you and your partner would like.
Yeah. Have you made a sex tape?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We watched it and then we were like, okay, let's get rid of this.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things. Like it was one of those things where it was a thrill. We basically wanted to see what we'd look like at different angles, basically.
Anyways,
because come on,
what's my good side when I'm fucking?
Because come on, exactly. Because come on, sex in real life is essentially you looking at each other or looking at various parts of your partner's body and stuff like that. Come on, we are of a certain age now where porn is a very common thing that happens and stuff like that. So, you know, as we've gotten older and stuff, like I'm 46 years old, and I remember like stumbling upon my dad's stash of not just magazines but videotapes and stuff like that, you know. And you know, eventually, you know, like well, the sad part is like I feel like the whole sex ed thing, like sex ed, it used to be joked that we get our information from porn, but now it looks like we really are getting our information from porn, you know, because the American school system and just American society is all jacked up about sex, you know, and so like, you know, like when you see enough porn as you mature towards an adult, you eventually want to know what you look like doing it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you guys can maybe I'm being paranoid, you guys can answer, but part of the reason why I wouldn't do it more frequently is I never can trust the guy. What if the guy uploads it on wherever, especially if it's in revenge? Like, I just get super paranoid about it.
Yeah.
Well, the last time I did it, YouTube didn't exist, so.
Closest I got was a full wall mirror. So, you know, you could watch yourself having sex. But,
That's cool.
You know.
Yeah.
You can, but okay.
Ceiling mirror.
See, now
I mean, I got to watch the girl blow me in the mirror, so you know that was the different angle.
Now I'm starting to drift into this territory where the more I say, the more questions are going to come up about me and stuff like that.
I have a lot of questions for you, LeRon.
my whole thing about it is like you actually want to like film yourself, but not pay attention to the camera.
Yeah, it's like giving an interview. Don't look at the camera. You know.
Yeah.
Oh man. New Year's resolutions, guys. Everybody's
so that's number one for me. I have like 2 or 3 more less exciting ones. I want to write my 5th book, keep going strong on my pole class and maintain good core strength, and I'm going to polish up on my Chinese.
Nice.
Pat.
You know what? I need to learn how to cook better. Or cook. I need to learn how to cook.
Let's start there.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can do the basic things, like I can boil some water for like mac and cheese, or, you know, put things into the oven, whether they be like casseroles or pizzas. I remember though, like 2 years ago, trying to make like a like a pasta dish with like multiple parts going on at one time, and that got complicated. You know, like boiling the noodles, and while that's doing, like cutting up the vegetables and making sure like this doesn't like fry while that's, you know, not getting overboiled. And it's like that I burned a few nuts. Like I had little shredded pecans on this, and I browned.
You should get that checked out.
Yeah.
Oh man, that reminds me of another story.
Oh geez.
Corey's full of stories. You know what? Yeah. Like Corey, we need to do a face-to-face meetup, and you don't drink, so never mind. So like we
no. Okay,
we can't
so
have...
here.
Yeah.
For you guys, I'll have one. I will. So we'll revisit that topic at a different date.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. Don't be like Nintendo and bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah. Thanks, Pat, for reminding me of another story. So
I'm happy to, you know, I'm happy that I can do this for you.
This dude's just buck wild.
So I was dating this girl my junior year of high school, and I was visiting her house, and we were using protection. We were being safe. And the next day, everything in this region was burning and itching. And I'm like, oh my God, this is everything health class warned me about. I have every STD ever known to man. Turns out I'm allergic to latex and certain types of rubber.
I was gonna call this.
So.
It was the condom, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was scary though. Scary.
Yeah.
Real scary.
Now every girl you hooked up with afterwards is thinking, "Oh, this is just one of those guys that just tries to hit everything raw." After you tell them,
hey,
like
if you can power through lambskin, you are a pro.
Lambskin is protected.
Yeah. Just say your pull-out game is strong.
It's not strong. He's got 2 kids.
Yeah.
True point.
That I know of.
Good one, LeRon. I would fist bump you if I could right now.
Pull-out game was weak those 2 times. To be fair.
When you love somebody as deeply as you love your wife, you really need to pay attention.
That wasn't it. She had some really amazing outfit on. Okay, and I was like, I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for outfits and costumes, and my wife pulled it off, and I was like, yeah. 9 months later, boom, child.
What? Wait.
Twice.
What costume was this?
It wasn't a costume. It was just an outfit.
Oh, it was an outfit. Okay,
so,
It's a sexy outfit.
You said outfits and costumes and all that stuff. So. Well,
no. So like, the short skirt thing really does it for me. Like that really does it for me. And then like, just like, it was this whole thing. And then she got this tank top that said gamer's girlfriend or something on it, and that was like really nice to me. For me, that was for me. But
Corey got that charge right there.
and then she pulled out the knee socks, and I was like really into that. I
do like the knee sock.
It was a whole thing, and I didn't deserve it, but she did it anyway. And now I have to wait till 8:30 to do anything that I want.
So,
I gotta tell you, my wife looks good a lot of the time, even when like she's just like not trying.
Correction, she looks good all of the time.
Well, that, you know what I meant. Like, I mean, when she's exhausted and tired and has babies hanging off of her, I'm just like, you should probably take a nap or cry in the car.
No, that's when she should absolutely be a queen for you.
When she's got that messy bun going on and
it's a hair clip. It's the 90s teacher hair clip thing going on now, which I am really into, and the glasses, because
that's okay. That's why you enjoyed WandaVision, because remember when she hit the Malcolm in the Middle thing?
I'm aware. Yes, that was a great set of episodes for me. Everything.
It was a great set of episodes for me, because you can just tell like she was done with life at that point. She had the sweatpants on, and the hair was in the bun, and she had the way too loose t-shirt on.
So even that first episode, I'm a sucker for that too.
Like, oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, like the 50s era.
Yeah, like the
woman.
the 50s era, or like the pinup style. I'm a sucker for that.
Let me share something with you guys real quickly.
Oh God.
I don't know what it is about women that are like dressed up in business formal attire.
Yeah.
My jaw hits the ground. And you know what? I can feel a bad joke coming along, but like when women wear a power suit and they fucking wear it well, it's like it's like how many times do you want me to bark?
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. I'm not. I'm just like, God.
Actually, one thing I really appreciate when women put in the effort, and put in the effort for themselves. It's not even for us. They put in the effort for themselves, and they just like, bam! I'm going out here looking like the hottest thing on this planet. And it's like, yes, like I know you didn't do this for me, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Resolutions, guys. Who's next?
Yeah. Who's next?
I guess it'd be Jesse. I guess.
Well, I've been trying to think. Like, I don't honestly. I don't really have any right now.
Jesse, you only have 2 days. Chop chop.
Just make okay. So basically, you just want to make it another calendar year around the sun, basically, right?
Yep.
That's always a good resolution.
Yeah.
Without getting into it, things that are going on in my life right now is just kind of throwing everything in a. So, I don't really have any resolutions.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
okay.
I'll go next because after doing last week's episode, like I really made the decision that I need to like get into somebody's therapy like sometime this year and start hashing things out. Like I mean, like there's things. I'm not saying things that have been going on in my life are rough, but like there's stuff like the Ahmaud Arbery thing that happened the trial happened last year, but apparently the murder happened like a year before. That right there, like it honestly, I think that was really what actually triggered my PTSD of being a black person living in the United States. That's what did it, because like when I saw the video for the first time, my brain broke, and I was sitting in a parking lot waiting for my order, because like this is in like the heat of like the first wave of COVID and everything. So that's when like you had to do takeout or pick up and stuff like that. So I was out there in the parking lot, and I remember being on social media and seeing the thing about they're like do not look at this video if you are easily triggered. And I'm like, no, I'm not easily triggered. I'm not really. I'm not easily triggered. Like I was in the military, like I've seen some shit, I play video games. I've seen some shit, I wasn't ready for that though. And my brain broke to the point where this dude was literally running. Like he was out for a jog, basically, trying to stay healthy and stuff. And guess what? Like that was when I was deep in a phase of like running is how I'm going to lose weight, and it immediately changed. Like running was already a chore for me, but I just gotten my mind into the right mental state to run more. And then that happened, and it messed me up. And then the other thing about therapy is like I've just got a lot of stuff to work, like a 26-year-old man at this point, and like I know we're not supposed to compare ourselves to like where other people are at and things like that, but it kind of happens to us, and it sneaks up on us sometimes. It really does. And I have a sister that's 12 years younger than me, like my only sister. She's 12 years younger than me, and like there's sometimes I look at like her life and it's like, damn, like why the fuck was I not doing that? And it's just stuff And it's funny because like I was having a conversation with one of my best friends last weekend over Christmas, and I was like, man, I don't know. Like I look around, I feel like my life just got stunted somewhere. And he's like, no, it's not just you. Like everybody of a certain age is asking that exact same question right now. And yeah, so that's my main resolution. Like, I mean, I've got other ones because like I do want to get this script that I've been writing for years of my life. I finally want to get this published. As a matter of fact, well, I want to say I've been jokingly saying I want to get a book published before I turn 50, and I feel like I need to get a book published before 2023 hits and stuff like that, But beyond that, I'm just trying to control my health, and I'm starting to become very aware of my mental health and stuff like that. So the biggest thing I'm going to try to thing I'm going to try to do to improve myself is get with a therapist, even if I got to pay some exorbitant amount of money, because the job I work for, we don't have like full medical benefits. We're too small. We're too small, like basically. So the job can't offer it, without taking a tremendous loss. And, given that I basically run the show for the job now, I understand the ins and outs of that. And I've never argued with it, but yeah. So even if I gotta pay out the wazoo, I don't care. Like if somebody will sit there, listen to my problems, and then give me actual advice, and that's the other thing too, because it's stigmatized when men are trying to get help, stuff like that. It's stigmatized, and and also people are like, well, you have me as your friend and stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm not trying to dump that on you either, because like I've learned that even the best psychologists have like their own shrink.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're equipped to help you with your problems and they need their own strength, sometimes your friends are not the best people like you should dump it on, even if they have like the best advice in the world. Like sometimes
I'm with you on that though. Like, yeah, that's definitely one of mine is like just getting, going and actually getting some help with, because I've got so much deep-seated like trauma and stuff like that from childhood that I've never dealt with like properly and things like that. So yeah, there's a lot a lot to unpack that I should have a long time ago. And I've definitely been thinking about doing that stuff.
I think the biggest thing for me, let me just say this and I'll let you go, Pat.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the biggest thing for me is just honestly, I just need a professional to affirm that, the stuff I'm doing is part of a travel path, if that makes sense. I just need someone to affirm that because, I have really great friends and stuff, and yeah, they will easily, offer up that I'm on the right path. I used to joke with my friends all the time, if my dad hadn't persuaded me to join the Navy instead of the Army, none of my friends I have right now would know me because I would be in a different part of the world doing different things. The chances are I would still be in the military. Well, actually, I think by this point in my life, I would have already retired from the military. No matter if I was an officer and enlisted and stuff like that. But I know for sure I would have still been if I joined the Army, I know for sure I would have done my 20 years and gotten out and stuff like that. And that would have put me in a very different part of the world and stuff like that. And I have some best friends, I have some of the best friends that I can't imagine my life being different without them. And it's, yeah. What were you gonna say, Pat?
No, I was gonna say, don't let the stigma of therapy hold you back. Honestly, they're there just to talk. Talk about anything. It doesn't have to be my life has sucked at a young age. Just if you have such a small concern, still bring it up to them. The whole idea of going to therapy is to work with your thoughts. Get it leveled to where it's more easy to process. So I highly recommend it. And plus, you can easily find clinics that even if your insurance they don't take your insurance, they're usually willing to give you a cash discount. Just because they'd rather see you get help rather than to just be like, well, sorry, you're poor, so tough.
Yeah, I went to one, but they always say don't give up if the first one you go to doesn't seem to be working for you.
That's true.
You do have to sometimes look a little, and I did go to one and she was just a little too woo for me. And so I tried it, but and honestly, the reason I stopped wasn't really because of that, and more so just at the time I just kind of had to stop. I had something else coming up and schedule change. And when you're working third shift, if you work third shift, it's not easy to try to make schedules for things that in a normal people day, time of the day, because you're usually sleeping during that time that those businesses are open. So, but yeah, I do definitely want to, be serious about that stuff as well.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry if I brought the tone down.
No,
gosh, you did.
No, it's something we need to talk about,
Yeah.
Just get rid of that stigma.
Yeah. For sure.
All right.
Is it my turn, I guess?
Yep. I was just about to call you.
Call me. So some of my
I have your number. I have your number.
I know.
Your wife's gonna be like, who's this LeRon person that keeps calling you at 2:00 in the morning asking, are you up?
Trust me.
What's LeRon wearing?
She knows who you are. Okay.
Top,
she knows.
No. Funny thing. I did hit Corey at 1:45 in the morning a couple of weeks ago. Hey, are you up? I did hit him with that, but it was because I need someone to talk to about some stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm usually up. It's fine. I don't sleep. No sleep here. So my resolutions. So I've been really thinking about like what I can do better personally in terms of, when we talk about being better and stuff here. And like one of the things I really want to work on, not only for myself, but calling people out on doing it too, is like talking. Not that like any of us do it or do it all that often or mean to do it sometimes, but like be better about talking about someone that's not here, and like calling people out if it's going to start being in a negative way. I want to get away from that. And I know I'm at fault, I've done better, but I really want to do, way better going into the next year. Like I want to be like better about making us better as a team. And if, people are starting to get frustrated or start talking about other people behind their backs or something, and I want to start maybe calling people out about it and say, hey, look, if we have a problem, let's just talk it out. Let's not talk behind people's backs. Let's, address things in a way that can be more constructive and whatever. That's like, not that happens a whole lot. It really hasn't happened in a while, actually. But like moving forward, I want to be more cognizant of that, that kind of stuff, and me too. And I hope like people, if I start going down that path, someone tells me too, so. That's something I want to be a little bit more aware of. The other thing that I really want to do is like, and I've kind of already started, I've started going to the gym again. I started last week going, just because I want to get a routine down before, everybody starts their New Year's resolution of going every day for like a month and then not going. So I started early. And I started getting up at 6 a.m. and going for like an hour and a half every day. And my goal is to like be able to go get done and then like go straight to work from working out. And so far it's been pretty good, but like I want to lose some weight. I have not been, as I sat here and ate, 3 or 4 cookies during this episode. I want to be able to lose some weight, and like, cause I love my new job, but one of the downsides of it is like sitting all day or standing, not really a lot of active movement like my previous job. So like I've kind of felt some like putting on some weight and like clothes not fitting the way they used to and stuff, and it just kind of bothers me. So I would like to lose some weight and be more cognizant and more, I guess, what's the word? More, I don't know. Like I've started eating better. I've started working out, and my goal is to lose like 50 pounds this year. So it's
Nice.
it's a lofty goal, but I've done it before. I think I could do it again. Granted, I was a lot younger, but
yeah,
I think I can do it again. And like, I want to be healthier too, especially because of the kids. Like that's a big reason too. I watched this thing on somebody going to the doctor and like the doctor asking this guy, hey, you want to be able to, how old's your daughter? And the guy's like 5. And he's like, you want to be able to walk her down the aisle someday, right? And he's like, well, yeah. And he's like, well, you're not in trouble yet, but if you continue down this path, you're not going to be able to see her graduate from high school, let alone walk her down the aisle. I'm like, man, that's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to like think about that, So that's another kind of big goal of mine too, is to like be healthier and be more active. So not like a, it's not like moving the needle or anything, but that's something that
No, that's moving the needle because this year, like my doctor finally put me on blood pressure medication,
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things because like there was a part of me that was like like in the back of my head I was like I failed the mission because like a lot of my fitness journey was to keep this stuff from happening and stuff like that. And I mean, and yeah, we could it's hilarious because like every time you guys see me on a podcast there is something going in my mouth like some type of sweets or some type of like junky food or whatnot, but at the same time like I do keep track of that stuff that when I'm doing and stuff like that. But it was just one of those situations where my doctor basically turned around and said, hey, like I know you're working out, like you've lost a lot of weight and stuff like that, but you've had a history of like elevated and hypertension since you were a teenager, and you're doing fine. Your diet and your activity and all that stuff is good, but I think we need to like start doing something just to protect your kidneys. And in all honesty, if she had not said anything about my kidneys, I would have been like, okay, we'll talk about this next year. But when she said that, and I was like, no, This is it.
Yeah. Building on that, like the other goal starting on January 1st is to only limit myself to these, like, not daily, like maybe like one for like the podcast we're doing that night, or, I don't know. It's just like, I don't drink pop. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink anything other than water and energy drinks. But I mean, I know that's not like great, right? That's terrible. But I would really like to limit that as well. Because I think it's probably a lot of the reason why I have trouble sleeping or waking up in the morning or doing things throughout the day, is because like I feel like I'm dependent on this stuff to like motivate me to do things, right? Because I feel like if I'm doing a podcast, for example, and if I don't have an energy drink, I start to panic and feel like I'm not energized for the show, and I'm not talking fast enough, or I'm not able to like, be this on camera, right? Like I feel like it's like a safety net, and like I really want to work on getting away from that and just eliminating it completely at one point to be because like I do worry about stuff like that too, LeRon, like kidney stuff specifically. It's like that's probably terrible for your kidneys.
Oh yeah,
and your liver probably at some point too.
So that's really it. Like I just want, like, I'm on the right path for physical health. I think I need to do something about mental health, and I'm not in bad shape as like some people are. There are people out there they're really suffering. I'm a veteran, and like I'm surprised, like well, I haven't been in real combat and stuff, so there's silver lining on that one. But at the same time, like practically everybody that's been in the service has some type of like stressor that puts them in a category to where like they need to seek help, and stuff like that. So
yeah, mental health, no joke. So so cool.
We ready to wrap?
Are we ready to wrap? So. I mean, I'm not ready to wrap. I want to keep hanging out, but I mean, I know.
Now that we know you have a latex allergy, you're probably not in a hurry to wrap.
Oh,
that's fair. I don't need to though.
True. Yeah, true. But with that pull-out game of yours, I think you might want to think about vasectomy or something.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about it.
I'm very pro vasectomy. I think it's a great idea.
We've talked
pro
about
vasectomy
it.
too.
It's reversible, so why not?
We're gonna.
It's better than the other alternative.
Yeah.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Snip, snap.
Oh my God, you missed. No, we've had that conversation, and it's gonna happen sooner than later, I think.
Are y'all planning on having any more kids?
No, God, no. I hope not.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Like sometimes couples are in the talking phase, but they're in the talking phase because they're trying to figure out if they want one more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I really only wanted one, but my wife wanted two, so we compromised and had two.
Yeah.
Wait, compromise and had to. Compromise is getting a puppy or a kitten.
Well, we decided to go
Having another
1.5, but then we had to round up. You know.
Well, Stephanie, even though you said you're a person that is all for vasectomies and stuff like that, I have one question, and we're going to see the show out. Let's say you're married, and it's like a really good marriage and everything, and you find out that your husband had a vasectomy. Like after you guys have had one or two kids and stuff like that, like he just up and got a vasectomy and never told you. Would you be one of those women that would be like highly pissed off at their husband?
Like, and he didn't tell me?
Yeah.
I think I'd be upset for like an opposite reason. I'd be like, because then I wouldn't worry about any either female contraceptive or pullout. Because I'd be, like.
Yeah. I know some people who are wives that actually well, I only know one of my friends who did it and didn't tell his wife immediately and stuff like that, that he gotten one, because like vasectomies are outpatient, and like the guy was active. So I think what got him in trouble is the fact that he lied around it, because he said he got hurt. He had an injury or whatnot, and that's why. Yeah. And that's why he was a little sensitive down there and stuff like that, and and stuff like that. I think really what got him was the lie, even though she still was pissed that he got the vasectomy.
I mean, I guess I can see that point of view, but I would still be surprised. I would think more women would be like, yeah, that's awesome. I don't have to take hormones anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless the obvious where you're like you were wanting to try to have a kid, and now.
Well, yeah. There's that, and that's the thing about it too. Like his wife wasn't even pissed that like she was still thinking about having kids and whatnot. She was more upset in the fact that like the fact that he didn't tell her. Like she could have been going
straight up lied to her face, and that would I would see why that'd be pissing someone off.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, dude, why are you so afraid of your wife? You should have told her. You should have told her when you were thinking about it. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Not smart.
That's a big life decision. Well, I mean, it is a big life decision. I feel like both parties need to.
It's a game changer for couples. Yeah, it is. All right. Well, that's it tonight. This has been Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast of our flagship show for Boss Rush Network. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in and listening to the show. And you know what time it is. We have to give our plugs before we head out. So, Pat, you're the honorary guest tonight. Go ahead. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, they can find me trying to get my cat to chill down because she all of a sudden just got the zoomies.
Oh.
And is now literally trying to pull video games off my shelf. Yeah. Other than that, you can find me at EXPCast. We are a podcast that is part of the Boss Rush family. We're definitely the drunk cousin of the Boss Rush. We talk about video games, but we also talk about subjects that might be a little bit rated R or rated X now. We've gone down that rabbit hole. So yeah.
All right, Jesse, you're up.
You can find me on Arsenal X, on Boss Rush's website or our YouTube channel, or go to our website though, it's easier. But and then otherwise you can also find me everywhere else as Phantom NXS.
Stephanie?
Excuse me. You can find me on Twitter at Klimov, KLIMOV_author. And I'm part of the Boss Rush podcast. I write for the website. And remember, women aren't the only ones responsible for the contraception process. Men, consider getting yourself snipped if you don't want a child.
That's fair.
Just say.
Just don't be a dick and not tell your partner.
That
yeah.
Corey, you're up.
Oh man, you can find me at I am Corey HD on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me hosting the Boss Rush podcast, and you can find me over on Arsenal X, the Xbox podcast with Jesse and Stoy, who's not here
from the EXPCast.
Yep.
Yeah, see, EXPcast is slowly infiltrating everywhere.
I know.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to.
But I think that's what we wanted, though. I think that's what we wanted.
We make it so, at first, like, you're like, no, but then, we kind of make it so you come around to seeing our point of view.
Yeah.
And then by the time you realize we're already into your house and, you're like, what the hell happened these last 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And of course, you can catch me practically everywhere at Exodus 803, EXODUS 803, social media, Twitch and YouTube, my gamer tag. Just look me up. You'll find me. And don't forget, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Crossroads PlayStation Podcast on twitch.tv/Exodus 803. That's it, everyone. We want to thank you for hanging out with us. We love you. If you're one of our patrons, like, we definitely love you, and you're awesome. Keep doing what you do. Come back, join us next week come back and join us for our next installment of Boss Rush After Dark, where we'll be back to talk more topics, things that just aren't completely content appropriate for our other shows. And we have a lot of other anchor shows, and guess what? Like, none of this stuff ever gets touched on that stuff on those shows. Hang out with us on the Boss Rush Discord. Hit us up, give us some feedback over there. We'd love to hear from you. And also, don't forget about bossrush.net, our website, where you can check out everything that the team is doing, from what are we playing to what are we talking about to what we like to see. It all happens about video games and entertainment, stuff like that. No adult stuff yet, but yeah. All right. That's it for us. That's it from us tonight. Happy New Year, everyone. We love you, and we will be back real soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.